We are live. Welcome everyone to the 6th episode of Clash for the Cup. I'm your host, Charles Hind. With me soon, we're going to be bringing out my co-host, Joe Anajar. He hosts the popular YouTube channel PuckDaddy93, posting content very similar to this, showing off his cards, his mail days. A lot of good quality content over there. Any kind of hockey cards you like, he's got vintage, modern. There's a whole bunch of stuff there, so be sure to check his channel out. We're almost at 100 subscribers, guys. Once we hit 100, I'm going to be giving away this Austin Matthews KSA 85 Colors and Contours. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel. And make sure to make your subscriptions public so I can tell who subscribes. Nextly, oh yeah, we got to shout out the Instagram here. You can follow me on Instagram at card_Canucks, where, yeah, pretty much just posting stuff on there. Going to start posting cards on there, guys, so be sure to check that out. Join the Facebook group, Card Canucks, bearing the same name. I'm going to start doing stuff more with that. Sorry, I haven't been getting to that. Once the final stretch of school is done for me, I'm going to be doing a lot more content, guys. Trust me, the next mail day is going to be insane. Be sure to check that out. You can follow Joe on Instagram at PuckDaddy93 for his personal and PD93 for his cards. Posting all kinds of stuff there, guys. He's posting, like, he's got a sick Doug Gilmore collection, Marner, mainly Leafs, but he posts a whole bunch of stuff on there. Be sure to check those out. And also subscribe to his YouTube channel, PuckDaddy93, which I mentioned previously. Again, guys, posting similar content to this. It's really good stuff. Be sure to check it out. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm wearing my Phil Kessel jersey today, so I decided to rock it out because, you know... Oh, and it's a Reebok jersey. I love the Reebok jerseys, man. But yeah, so, I mean, let's bring Joe out, right, guys? Got to get the other host out here. What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys? It's good to be back. How you guys feeling?
Yeah, oh, man, it's good to be back for sure. And, you know, as thing goes along, you know, one thing that I'm finding is a lot of people are starting to, you know, like, gravitate towards Montreal. They're starting to really start to root for them. Because at the end of the day, like, everyone can be kind of sad about what happened with, you know, like, the Leafs and the Habs and then the Jets fans and the Habs. But, you know, it's a Canadian team. So I'm glad to see them go this far. And we're going to get into that. But it's been crazy,
sure. I mean, it's great for the country. I mean, for a team to get to the semifinals, I mean, that doesn't happen very often. So it is nice to see. The question is, am I rooting for them? No. I'll be honest with you. I'm not. I think there's something wrong about being a Leaf fan, a true Leaf fan, and then, you know, hopping on the adversaries, the train. So, you know, I mean, I don't wish them any, you know, I wish them good luck, but I'm not rooting for them. And I thought the whole thing with the CN Tower thing was kind of off too, you know, saying Montreal was Canada's team, which that could be debated, right?
Yeah, that's I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that's not true, guys. The Leafs are the most popular Canadian franchise. But the Habs, one thing I find with the Habs though, Joe, the Habs, like, not to offend any Leafs fans, they have a much more dedicated fan base. Like, you never see like a bandwagon like a Montreal fan, whereas, you know, like, I know some kids at school who are like, I'm a Leafs fan, and they don't watch the Leafs all year. So I find that
the guys, I mean, guys my age who've watched the Leafs as long as I have, yeah, we're not like that whatsoever. I mean, we're tried and tested. We stay there, and we're in for the long haul, right? So, but you know what? It is cool to see, you know, Carey Price get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Shea Weber, guys like that, Canadian players. But on that point, though, I will bring up something. The Vegas Knights have 18 Canadian players on their roster. So, jeez. I mean, if you want to root for Canada, I mean, Vegas is that team, right? It's they have Canadian players like born. So, I mean, I don't know. That's a different take too, right?
That's just it. And, you know, like, right now, I'm just going to be, like, completely honest. A lot of people don't care about the Islanders and Lightning series. I mean, like, it's there and people watch it, but, well, yeah, exactly. Because, like, it's good to see because both of those teams, I mean, it's the Islanders last year, I would know because I'm a Flyers fan, were crazy good, right?
Yeah.
This year, Barzal slowed down a bit. Some players, you know, they got rid of some key pieces. They brought in, I believe they brought in Palmieri, which is one of the smartest things they could have ever done.
They had to, right? With losing Anders Lee, you know, for the season, I believe it was. I mean, they had to fill a void, and it was an easy match for Lou Lamoriello to bring in a guy like Palmieri. It's just a tried and true veteran. been there, done that type of guy, and he's. I mean, that team's impressive. Like what Trotz has done over there with that team is, I mean, everywhere he goes turns to gold. So, they're a trap type team, just like the Montreal Canadiens, where they bore you to death and they kill you in the neutral zone. Yeah. But it's cool to see, how that series is developing, and, Stammer, Cooch, Point, they're on fire right now, and that team is just rocking and rolling. So I don't know. We'll see.
Especially Braden Point. I saw that he scored one of this crazy goal.
I saw that goal, and it was pure effort. Like, that is a man just possessed to get a goal right there. And, he was on his face at the end, right? If we're talking about the same goal. Last night.
Yeah.
When he was, like, falling and he wrapped it around in, it was pretty sick. It was cool to watch.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I thought you were talking about this other one where he went up. Yeah?
He has multiple goals.
That's just it. He faked on the forehand, cut to the back, went back to 4, and then he went to the backhand and squeezed it right under. I think it was Semyon Varlamov's, right between his pad and his glove. I'm pretty sure.
He's pretty talented, that kid, and he would be someone that I'd be looking to pick up. When it comes to young guns, him and because you got to look at it. Braden Point, Mitch Marner, both drafted in 2016. Now, his points playoff production, his cup win, great. But Marner, so like, who do you take? Who do you take there? Point or Marner? Like, if you were unbiased, this is for everyone watching. Who would you take? Marner or Point? Knowing what you know of Marner, what he does in the regular season, which is much more than Point, or take Point's
playoff dominance.
But question to you is, it's not really a question. It's basically, to get to the playoffs, you need to have that regular season success, right? So that's another take.
Well, that's just it. I feel like players like Braden Point, like Justin Williams. Justin Williams was never like a sensational regular season guy, but during the playoffs, he always delivered. And so I think that, I'm not saying Braden Point's Justin Williams. He's a lot better than Justin Williams. But what I'm saying is that it's two different needs for a team. Like I say, if you
they call him Mr. Game 7, right? That's why, he's earned it.
Yeah, so I feel like the Leafs, they need Marner to get them through the regular season, because I'm just going to go out on a limb and say a lot of the time that's how Matthews scores is because of Marner.
100%. He's the caboose.
That's just it. They need Marner, or else Matthews isn't scoring as much as he is. So they need Marner.
Yeah.
But Point, yeah?
No, go ahead. Continue with what we were going.
But Point would be a great fit on like the second, third line. And then once playoffs come around, that's when you get him to push up to the second or first, because we already know what's gonna happen if he doesn't get up there. So I think that it's two different needs, and there's you can't really compare them, because Marner's obviously more skilled during the regular season, but Point has this kind of drive to him that I don't see with a ton of players.
Well, that's it. I think that's the missing piece, characteristic that Marner is lacking right now, is that, like, I'm going to just put the team on my back, and if I have to do that, I'm going to pull, and I'm going to do what I need to do, like that hunger, So I don't know. I hope that comes with maturity with Marner, and I think it will, just like it will with Matthews. But, that's time will tell for sure.
Yeah, like, he can only get in the first round so many times before, like, he learns, like, okay, I need to, like,
you got to look yourself in the mirror at this point and be like, dude, it's not even just team success, it's individual success with him. And if you want to find yourself in Buffalo, or a team like that where you're just totally unheard of anymore, keep your shenanigans up. Like, there's going to be a time where this city will turn its back on you, and that's just because that's the way it is. How many chances do you need before you don't? Like, it's people will start asking questions. Like, the trade rumors about Marner right now are insane. Yeah. They're talking about moving Tavares to the wing and bringing in Eichel, Marner for Eichel.
No.
some people say that's the only way you're going to win a Marner trade. Because other than that, I don't think you're winning a Marner trade, regardless what you put on the table.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, you're really not wrong. I think that the Leafs can't trade their superstars. I don't think they need it for the regular season because one of the Leafs' issues is team chemistry, but that's a whole other thing. But like their first line's great. Any of the other lines, they're kind of just mismatched every year. But what they need, and dude, I keep advocating for this. They need Sam Reinhart. I think they really need Sam Reinhart. He's tough. He has secondary. No, but just hear me out.
Okay.
You can get him for cheap, right? Like kind of cheap, right? And people are all like bashing on they're all bashing on Matthews, Marner, and like, you know, I've heard people bashing Wayne Simmons, which I don't think is right. I don't think he's that bad at all.
No.
People are bashing Joe Thornton, but he's old. I'm saying, well, you want secondary scoring. Reinhart just scored like 25 on the crappiest team in the league. You can get him for cheap. Like, I'm just saying, yeah, like it's not a bad idea. So, if they can get that, then I think that would be a start. But people aren't blaming, and these are guys that when I was watching the Leafs really bugged me. Yeah. No one's talking about how bad Engvall, Kerfoot, and Mikheyev played.
I did. I
know.
I have a full video. So sorry about that. My dog just ripped my cord for a sec. But yeah, I put out a full video on how Mikheyev and Engvall are totally useless. You know, and it was about basically how the bottom six, there needs to be some adjustments there for the Leafs. There has to be, because it's not good enough there. It's terrible.
Seriously, like the thing about Mikheyev, he's never been the same after his injury, and we can all see how good. Like we can tell, okay, this guy's fast, but what else can he do? Nothing.
That's it.
Nothing. But
you know, it's kind of you know, they took a shot at another guy from the KHL, you know, with big expectations, didn't work out. You know, like you're good on the penalty kill, but is that going to do anything for us down the road in the playoff time? You know, like, I don't know. You bring in new guys. You definitely have to change that bottom six core, and you got to do something to address your secondary scoring. And I think that's the key right now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think Reinhart can do that. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I'd love to see Reinhart either go to the Flyers or to the Leafs. I'd love to see Reinhart on the Flyers. We need him. But
I also want to bring in guys that have actually been there, done that, you know, like who have been through like 3 rounds, guys with that type of character who have either won a cup, been through it many years, you know, guys that have done that. I don't know, not guys who don't have experience. And I don't know about Reinhart. Like, he may be cheap, but is the experience there enough to get us or make it worth our while?
I think the thing is, Joe, is that like teams, and I don't know how the NHL works really, like behind the scenes. I think teams kind of know that's what the Leafs need, so they're gonna want a crap ton for guys like that. Like, you know, like the Johan Frozens, the Andy Greens, and stuff like that. They're gonna want money for those guys, which just isn't right. But like I said, Reinhart, I mean, I'm impressed with him because he didn't score even that much. In 50 games, he got 25 goals, but he was split between the second and first line. And when Eichel and Hall are getting 2 goals like a piece, it's like, and then this Reinhart guy's getting 25. It's like, well,
something was really wrong in Buffalo, and you know, I couldn't imagine playing on that team over the last couple of years. Just brutal.
I just thought of something, but yeah, go ahead.
No, I had a thought, but let it come back to me. Go ahead.
Okay. Again, this is gonna sound so stupid to everyone, but imagine, and again, hear me out. Like on like a league minimum contract, we bring in Jeff Skinner.
Nope.
No. No
chance in hell, bud.
Not on a league minimum.
Not even a question. Not like that's
really?
Not even. No way. No way. That contract is ugly.
Oh, I forgot that he was signed. I thought that, like, no, I meant like if they can get him. No, this is what I meant. I said at a league minimum.
How though, if he's still on contract?
Yeah, I forgot he was still on contract. Crap.
He has one of the worst contracts, I think, in the NHL currently.
Oh no, he does. But I'm saying I thought this contract was over this year, but apparently I'm wrong.
I think he still has a year or so on that contract, because I've heard people talk about it, how he's almost like unmovable. Like you can't move that contract unless you're a team that has cap space, and the Leafs don't have cap space.
Yeah. So. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know about that. Okay, I thought it was over this year.
I mean, Jeff Skinner, back in his day, is a good, like, he could score 25 goals. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, he got 40 goals one year. Yeah.
I don't know, character guys more so. I think that's what I think they need. And I did hear that I think Hyman's played his last game in a Leaf jersey. I think.
Really?
I don't think they're going to re-sign Hyman. They can't. They're not going to give him the money.
See, that's weird to me, because I thought that, like, no offense to the first line, but I thought Hyman looked like he cared the most out of anyone.
I get the logic behind it. He's 29. He's probably going to want a longer term. So you sign him to what? He's going to look around 6.5, 6.9. That's what he wants. So he wants almost William Nylander money.
Oh, okay, that's not right.
For another team, that could be amazing, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the Flyers. Come over here, Hyman.
They would love Hyman there, right? But it's just for us, that $6.5 million can be used towards someone,
a goalie,
unbelievable, or like a defenseman. I don't think, if we don't sign Hyman, I think there's more of a chance we keep Riley. So I don't know. There's a big story behind there.
Oh, I want both of them gone.
I do too. I personally would free up that cap. So look at that. You got Morgan Riley at $5 million. Right now, Hyman's only making 2.5 or 3 something, but he's going to want more, like 5, 6. You got potentially who else coming off the books there? I'm having a mind freeze.
I forget.
Oh, there's a lot of guys coming off. Anderson, another guy coming off the books. He's not being signed. So that's like $15 million you have to go out there at free agency and drop some dollars, right? So they got to do it, though. Enough's enough. like I'm tired.
And like, it's funny because this is exactly what the Philadelphia Flyers need. Well, we just need scoring altogether. Because I'm just gonna go out and say it. Giroux isn't doing anything. Voracek isn't doing anything.
Nolan Patrick isn't doing anything.
No, Nolan Patrick can just get out. I don't care about him. But I kind of feel bad for him because we didn't develop him properly, and then he got all these injuries, and it's just a shame. But anyone who wants to take a chance on him, go ahead. Go do the Nolan Patrick train.
Everyone hated my well, it wasn't my rumor, but the rumor I brought up about the Riley for Kane, Evander Kane from the San Jose Sharks.
I wouldn't want to do that. I don't think. No, but here's the thing. That's like saying, oh, we can bring in Tony DeAngelo. Like, do you really want to do that? Like.
Well, if you look at Kane, people who downplay Kane are guys who who talk about his outside or off the ice shenanigans or his bankruptcy. If you look at his stats this year, he had 49 points in 56 games.
I know.
So what guy on our third line did that, or even on our fourth or second line? Who did that?
I know. But see, the thing is, Joe. Again, that's like the Flyers need a defenseman and we need like scoring. Well, then let's bring in Tony DeAngelo. What could go wrong? It's like, again, like Evander Kane, great player. He's everything the Leafs need, right?
They're both the same age.
Yeah, but what happens when him and Matthews go out one night and then something bad happens and then it's all over?
It's about accountability at that point. If you want to win a cup, you got to sacrifice. You're a pro hockey player, right? So I don't know. I'm not there, so I can't really judge on how I would be because, whatever. But I think Kane would add some grit. I really do. I think he would add that chip on that shoulder. He's a tough player to play against, I think, personally.
Yeah. He has everything the Leafs need.
I personally, people hate him. I don't know why. I think he's a good player. He's putting up points. Everyone just poos on him, right? Like, San Jose Sharks love him. But anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
Vegas Knights in Montreal. No. Vegas Knights in Montreal 0-0 still.
Oh, it's 0-0 right now?
Yeah, it's still 0-0.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Sorry. You just you just glitched out a bit there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, the camera qualities. Yeah, you're paused now. Okay, we're good now. We're good.
Sorry, boss.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, we got some comments in here.
Let's roll those through.
But hi guys, I'm a Leafs fan, born and bred, but I will say this: I'm behind a Canadian team does not mean I'm a Habs fan. Yeah, I think that's everyone's kind of feeling towards that.
I just couldn't do it.
Well, no. He said he's not a Habs fan. He's just behind a Canadian team. If anything happens to Matthews when he goes out, we blame Bieber. Yeah.
Absolutely, right. Man. Yeah. It's all Bieber.
Yeah, it's all Bieber. No, but like, I'm serious. And, oh, another thing to talk about. Nathan McKinnon's values have dropped. Glad I...
Well, apparently a lot of the players have dropped. I mean, I've been trying to sell my Marner PSA 9 Young Guns.
Oh, don't. Right now is the worst time to sell it.
I figured I'd put it out because I have 2 of them. So I'm just kind of dangling it at the price that I want to sell it for. If it sells, great. If not, I'll keep it. It's no big deal. But yeah, it's like where 6 months ago, that would have been gone. I'm like sitting on it and it's collecting dust right now. And I don't know what's happening. It's kind of discouraging. I mean, he's a top 5 in the NHL. No one's biting at it. So,
well, that's just it.
Or even giving offers, which usually I would get, like even a negotiation, right? But no, nothing like that.
Well, one thing, Joe, and that like as like I'm not saying that like I'm better than you, but like as you stay in the hobby, you start to develop card patience. It's where you don't get bugged by holding a card for so long. So I think the best move for that, honestly, wait until the start of next season.
Yeah.
At the start of next season, everyone's gonna be buying that stuff again. But right now and all throughout the summer, it's gonna be untouchable just because people don't like Marner right now.
No, for sure. They have their panties in a twist about it. It's okay.
Yeah,
he'll bounce back next year and prove everybody wrong. That's for sure.
That's just it. Marner's a good player. I just think that he needs.
He's not a good player. He's an elite player.
Oh no, he's an amazing player.
Sorry, man.
No problem. We got another comment here from Ricardo. Love the work you guys do here on your Stellar. Thank you, man. I appreciate you watching.
Thank you, Ricky.
Comment. Yeah, shout out to Ricardo for that. Thanks, man. But yeah. So, wait, what was it? Oh yeah, the Marner Young Guns. Yeah, that's why I'm doing a lot of vintage stuff right now. And guys, the mail day that I'm gonna have. I mean, Joe knows what's in it, but like it's kind of crazy. Dude. Yeah, like it's huge. So once I get it next week, I told you guys last weekend I was gonna get it this weekend. It didn't work out, but the guy added more to it, so I'm okay with it. Picking it up next week sometime. So I'll post a video about it on the weekend. But guys, and I've got cards right beside me that I haven't shown you, and it's some decent stuff. So some stuff even Joe hasn't seen. So that video is gonna be pretty crazy. But yeah, so that's why I'm doing vintage right now, Joe, is because vintage right now, the prices have, for certain cards, have literally gone like this.
Oh, for sure.
They haven't really done anything. But that's a good thing for guys like me, because what we do, we just buy them in a big lot, piece it out, it's it's normal.
Yeah, I was never that type of buyer. I was always just, I see something I like, vintage, slabbed, PSA 8 or better, I'll buy it. I won't mess around with a raw lot, because it's just time consuming, right? I like... because you buying a lot, sometimes you don't know what you're getting until you bring it home and you're like, oh, okay, cool. You have a quick look at it, but when you sit down and look at it, maybe you find more things wrong with the cards or whatever. Yeah. So that's what I typically will buy graded.
Well, no, and that's pretty smart, but it's guys like me who, we take risks, and I don't really take risks because I know what I'm getting in advance, and then sometimes the guy adds more. But, no, I definitely know guys that have gotten burned doing stuff like that. Because the guy, dude, here's my strategy, okay? if it's like a Gretzky or like a Bobby Orr, it can't be raw. And if it is raw, this has to be the worst looking card on earth. Like, this has to be like creased, but like as time goes on, Joe, you can kind of, just by looking at a card, you can tell if it's real or not. And then smelling it, there's a bunch of different things you can do.
Oh, for sure. And I've got that keen eye for it as well. Like, I've grown that over, like, looking at a lot of even modern cards. You can, like, I find with modern cards, it's harder to find flaws on. So when you can, I've kind of been, you know, accustomed to doing that now with more of the modern stuff. So it kind of makes my eye a little bit sharper. When you got cards like this, you're buying them raw for, let's say, 100 and Sandine Future Watch. Perfect. But yeah, I think I mean I have some 80s stuff, some 90s stuff still, and a lot of 80s raw. I got a set of the 79-80 set, the Gretzky rookie year set, except for the Gretzky. Yeah, it's all raw though. It's just
I've got the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got a full raw set without the Gretzky.
See, I just need a Gretzky. That would be nice. But and then I have some 75 raw stuff, some 77, 78 stuff, some Ken Dryden stuff. So I do have vintage stuff. It's just not all slapped up.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's what vintage buyers like. Like, I buy slab stuff. I mean, you know that, like, I have, you know, like that card in my back box. But, you know, it's like, you know, I buy slab stuff. But for me, I'm, you know, like, it's hard to explain. I'm pretty much like the Value Village of, like, card dealing. I'm like, I can get you, like, a Ken Dryden and stuff like that. It's not going to be great, but I can get you one, you know?
Right, right. Well, yeah, if I ever need a vintage card, I know who I'm going to.
Oh, yeah, no, I can find anything, Joe. I can really find anything.
Beauty.
And then Dan's here. Happy Father's Day to all the dads.
Happy Father's Day to you, Dan.
Happy Father's Day to everyone. Well, all the dads out there.
Happy Father's Day to me.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day, Joe. But yeah, but one thing that I'm finding right now, and this is something interesting. So there's gonna be, if you guys don't know, there's gonna be a show up in like Aurora, Ontario, and it's like an hour away from Toronto. But what I'm thinking there, Joe, is at card shows, and this is like a proven thing. That's where you buy beat up Gretzky's. That's where you buy beat up Orrs. That's where you find stuff like that. So if you need a Gretzky, I can find you one, and I actually know a guy who has a really crappy one for $400. So if you want me to send him to you, then I can do that. But it's like really bad. But
see, I can't do that. Like, there's no. That's where I really draw the line. And that's why I know I've been priced out of a Gretzky, because if the card doesn't look. Like, if it doesn't have eye appeal, like if it's creased all over the place, I will never buy it. I don't even care if it's like, you know, the best card in the world. I will not buy it.
So then let me ask you this. Do you need an OPG or do you need a Topps?
I'm more of an OPG guy for sure.
Okay. So, but you can find PSA 1s, Joe, that look like PSA 10s, but they have like a small little thing on the back or whatever, and then it makes it a 1. Something like that wouldn't be a bad option.
I just, you know, I see guys that are obviously they're more expensive, but like the PSA 7s, PSA 8s, which are just, they look crisp, right? And like, if I'm gonna have a card like that, I'm gonna want the best, or at least close enough to it. I don't know.
But it's also gonna burn a massive hole in your pocket.
that's why I say I've definitely been priced out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not attainable for me.
Realistically, Joe, there are some PSA 4s that look very nice. I'm just gonna go and say the PSA 4.
I have seen some PSA 5s.
Those look very nice.
Like, I would maybe do that. Like, where the edges, or like the card is nice, but there's a little bit of centering's off, or the softening on the corners, whatever. Yeah. But it has to be at least the surface clean, no creases. Like, I can't have
creases. Yeah, well, that's just it. So I think a PSA 4 or 5 would be a great value to you for sure.
Well, maybe we'll do some browsing.
Seriously, dude, at that show, there's gonna be a ton of them. I know, guys. Like, dude, if Colin Murray goes to any of these, he's got everything. He can get you anything you want.
All right.
So we got a GMOs in the house here. Hi, gentlemen.
GMOs, what's going on?
GMOs, I have a question for you, and this is gonna be like a very off-topic question, but so you're like a football guy, right, GMOs? So Why are Sammy Bow rookies so cheap? Please let me know. I'm so curious about that. Just let me know. Let me know, Gmos, because like if there's no reason, I'm buying one. There's no doubt about it. In case you don't know, Joe, Sammy Bow is a top 10 quarterback.
Yep.
A top 10 punter, and he led the league in like the 1940s and 50s for interceptions.
Ooh.
And he was the person who basically invented the forward pass. Really? Because back then in football, what they would do, that was always a last ditch option. Like if they couldn't like run around, they would just toss it, right? But this Sammy Bow guy, man, like I watched like videotape of him. He would like chuck that thing, and this guy, he was throwing like rugby balls. They were huge, and he's just chucking them like 40, 50 yards, 70, like it's nothing. I'm just like, dude, that's and then he can punt it like 80 yards.
Team?
Like
what team?
Redskins.
Oh, Redskins. Nice.
Yeah, but dude, like okay, his 1948 Leaf rookie, it's like $130 for a PSA 3. That's nothing. That is nothing.
I mean, football is pretty expensive too, I find, especially the more modern stuff.
That's what I'm saying. And I have these little pockets that like, I'm not going to tell people, but 2012 Fleer Retro Football, the most underpriced thing on the market right now. But that's a debate for another day. And we got oh, Joseph, are your lights okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so then it said Bobby Burrell. Welcome, Bobby. Thank you for tuning in. He said, me too, Joe. Big bucks for crap is a no-go. Yeah, that's just it.
You can't do it. Can't do it, Bobby. How you doing, big guy?
Funny enough, Joe, Wayne Gretzky PSA 1s used to be $200. I remember a time where they were $200. Now they're like $1,000. So
and the thing with Raw too, with like that specific Gretzky or with Gretzky's or Lemieux, there's so many fakes out there that like sifting through it and trying to purchase one would probably be a pain in the ass if you really ask me. Like that's why like if you're buying it graded, it's you sleep better at night. That's just how I feel. I couldn't spend that money on a card that I'm just like 75% sure it's gonna be what it is, right? Like
yeah, see that, and like that's just it, because like there's two different mindsets. You're mainly a collector. I mean, like you do sell some stuff, but me, I'm more of a dealer. But like I have my Pelle Lindbergh PC. But like if I can get a raw Gretzky, I think is real for a decent price, sure, why not? Yeah. But that's not me saying I want to keep that card. That's me saying, okay, I'm gonna buy it and then sell it. So that's just the thing.
Sure. Like I am a collector for sure at heart, and I have a hard time letting go of things. But if push comes to shove, you need to do things in life. You got to sell a card. You got to do what you got to do, right? But for the most part, I have a hard time letting them go, especially the ones I care about. But yeah, it's that's the journey of cards, right? Like sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and send her away.
I mean, yeah, that's just it. But dude, I'm so pumped because I'm going to be setting up a show soon. And, Joe, everything on the mail day is going to be at my booth. And I'm going to have even better stuff there. So
I'm going to walk in there with a cape on. It's going to be awesome.
Seriously, man. I mean, I'm bringing, like, if anyone who's being a vendor there is watching, let me know. I want to buy some bulk off you guys before the show starts, all right? But I'm not going to be a vendor at this, I'm not going to be a vendor at this upcoming one. I'm going to be doing it in, like, a couple weeks after the July 4th show. Then
it's Pinholes in the Gretzky.
Oh, man. I mean, it's sad. It's funny enough, with my 71-72 set, the Dryden in there has a tiny little pinhole in it. And it's like, but the card looks like it's a PSA 10. But then there's, like, the tiniest little thing.
People had no idea these were going to be worth money someday. It's funny.
I mean, that's just it. It's all, that's just it. It's all funny to me. Then we got GMOs. Do you guys have a Gump Worsley rookie? I do. It was one of my favorites. GMOs, there's a couple cards I've never owned. There's very few, because I've owned like 4 or 5 Gretzkys. Pardon?
You know he's been collecting since 1967. This old soul over here.
yeah, right. That's just like. Yeah.
He's unbelievable, his collection. Crazy.
So it's like, I've owned like 4 or 5 Gretzkys, and it's just like, okay, the Gump Worsley rookie, the Bobby Orr, the Henry Richard, and the Glenn Halls rookies have always eluded me. I've never been able to get one. I don't know why. I mean, they're all they've never been priced to the point where I can say, okay, I can buy it. I've never been able to get one. I don't know why.
They've eluded me too, man. So don't feel bad.
Yeah, I mean that's just it. But no, GMOs, I do like Gump Worsley because he looked so awkward out there. Like big guy, but man, was he athletic. He could do anything. And it's a Sports Cards Live. Oh, Jeremy's watching. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's going on, Jeremy?
What's going on? But yeah, so GMOs, Sammy Bow cards are quite expensive actually, but only in mint or better. That's what I'm saying. Because like GMOs, I was looking at Peyton Manning cards and like how his Topps Chrome is like pretty cheap. But then I was watching like a Peyton Manning thing on YouTube, and then this Sammy Bow guy comes up, and I'm like, sure, I'll watch it. Why not? And I watch him. This guy was like a top 10 football player in like 3 positions. And he's the only player to have 4 touchdowns in a game and 4 interceptions. It's mad.
That's pretty epic.
It is. And then in the same game, he hit a freaking 80-yard punt. Like, what is this? And then he said, sorry, near mint or better. Yeah, I figured, because the PSA 3s are dirt cheap on those, man. I'm picking up one of those. Football cards are actually still compared to baseball and basketball. So is Sammy's 1948 Leaf, which I have in a PSA 3. Exactly what I'm saying. The PSA 3s are such good value. It's like, yeah, honestly, GMO's 2012.
Basketball is way too expensive, I find.
It is.
I find it's so inflated right now. It's crazy. Especially when you there's so much production on the like, let's say the Luka Doncic rookie Prism. Like, there's so many PSA 10s, but yet they still are holding value like they are. But I've seen it go up and down. I don't know what it is now, but it's just crazy to see like some of the refractors. You know, you can pull one of those and legit make a salary in a year, right? Like, yeah, like it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's absolutely mad. And this is a very unpopular opinion, but you know, in basketball, it's all about scoring, right? It's all about, oh, well, points come, all that. So it's very attention grabbing. Yeah. That also makes fans get bored very quickly. I'm just being honest. Like, you can watch like a couple games and be like, oh, everyone's scoring, this is great. After a while, it just becomes normal. But in hockey and football and even soccer, the goals mean more. It's or you know, like the points mean more. Like in basketball, it's like 120 to freaking 140. It's like, okay, that's great.
Imagine basketball guys celebrating after every basket they made. Like,
yeah, like that's stupid. Like, let's go. You know, let's go. Boom. Yeah, you know, it's like they would never do that.
Yeah. That would be hectic, though, man. That would be such a long game.
Oh, man. It'd be like 4 hours, just half of it celebrating.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Let's do that basketball. Let's do that NBA. Get on it.
Seriously. But, dude, like... And yeah, no, you're so right, GMOs. Football cards are a steal, because what's the most popular sport going to be in, like, 3 months? Because of the draft class. Football. Football's going to be the most popular. Because, you know, it's the best NFL draft that they've ever had, I mean, from what I'm hearing. So it's like, some of these cards, guys, like, I don't know why Jerry Rice PMGs are selling for $100. That makes no sense to me. Anyways, we got GMOs. There's a Worsley rookie card in SG4 for 259 Canadian with 13 watchers on my eBay. Honestly, GMOs, knowing what I know, that's not a good buy. I would, well, maybe it is for you, but send him an offer of like 200, and that would be much more fair in my opinion.
For sure.
But yeah. Oh, man, there's so many cards that have eluded me. Oh, the Alex Faulkner rookie. Do you know about the Alex Faulkner, Joe?
That's like one of, like, 1918, like, old.
Oh, no, like 1964.
Go on.
Okay, so, the Alex Faulkner rookie. No one cares about Alex Faulkner, okay? He played for 1 season, and, like, a couple games in the playoffs. Maybe he got 20 points. Wasn't a great player. But what's special about him, he was the first ever player from Newfoundland to crack the NHL.
Oh, nice.
And so everyone loves this guy, right?
For sure. He's a legend.
Yeah. But his rookie card is actually like fairly low pop, and it's a beautiful card, Joe. Like, it's him and there's like an American flag behind him, and he's sitting there with like like his smile. But it's like, it's just, I like cards like that because they shouldn't be valuable. Yeah, character cards. Like, dude, in 1969, great year by the way. There was this rookie called Marv Edwards for the Leafs. 39-year-old goalie rookie card. Okay?
Legend.
Marv Edwards. Only played like 20 games, but for some reason it's a $30 card. I don't know why. No one else knows why, but it just is.
Value, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. And, and then there's like, oh, sorry, let me adjust my mic. And then there's Joe Daly. I mean, Joe Daly was a okay goalie, but he only played like 5 years. And, he won a championship with the Jets and the WHA. His rookie card's a $50 card. I don't know why. No one else knows why.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, that's really expensive. Like 67, 68 commons. No, sorry, 68, 69 commons are normally like $3 a piece. But for some reason, his is.
You're talking raw, right?
Yeah, raw. But his is 50 raw. I don't get it. I don't understand.
I'd have to see the card and maybe dissect it. Why? Maybe
I mean,
the coloring is great or something about that set.
Something about it, man. I have no idea why. And he said, I have the Falconer in an SGC 7. Nice. Lovely card. I like the 54 Saskamoose. Yeah, the Saskamoose rookie. That's a nice one. He was the first ever, I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, G-Moz. Pardon me. He was the first ever popular Indigenous player in the NHL. I believe. But, yeah, no, his rookie card's pretty cool in 54 Parkhurst. And then, here's a good topic, Joe. So, I don't know if you know about this, but Topps wasn't, they didn't make hockey cards in 51 to 53. But, yeah, but I think, 53, 54, they made, Topps cards. And so, Gordie Howe's Topps rookie is technically the 53, 54 card.
I'm trying to picture it. I don't have what it looks like. Do you have one?
No, I wish I did. It's like red and blue on the bottom, and it's kind of like an oversized card.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you it on Instagram sometime. It's the best looking Gordie Howe card ever made, in my opinion.
I like the one of him where it says it's almost like a sideways card, I believe, and it says Mr. Hockey, and it's him on the left-hand side. I don't know. It's such a nice card. I can show you that one after as well.
I think I might have that card. I've actually got some other cards that I want to show here of Howe. This is a cool card to me. It's in bad shape, but him and his sons with in the WHA with Mark and Marty, I believe. Yeah, and then there's his 1,000-point card. There's his Houston Aeros card, and then this is a cool one. So that's his first team WHA All-Star card. But then there's this one which I like. It just looks so retro. That's 70-71.
How crisp is that? It looks pretty sharp.
It's not bad, but there's a tiny back wrinkle on it. So, but yeah, you couldn't even see it. But I have the Mr. Hockey card here. Just give me a second. I need to get it out of the box of my stuff. Okay. Okay, got it.
Boom.
Boom. Okay, I need to put these cards back. So, this is the Mr. Hockey card you were talking about, I'm pretty sure.
It's not that one.
Really?
Yeah, it's not that one. That is a beautiful. That's another one I like, but I'll have to look it up and send it to you later. Okay, it's a really nice card.
Sorry, I need to remember where I put all this stuff. Okay. Oh, is it this one? The 700 gold card?
No. Okay. It's like that though. It's like that right across.
Okay. I don't know which one you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it.
I'll show you. I'll show you for sure.
Let's see GMOs. The Gorilla for the 48 Leaf is the Chuck Bednarik. I have no idea who that is. Let me write that down. I want to look into that because if he was like a linebacker or something, GMOs, and Sammy Bo's a quarterback, I'm going to be pissed that Sammy Bo's that much undervalued. So his name is Chuck Benerick. Okay, cool. I have to look into that. And he said name had a few other names for older indigenous pre-1933 cards, but the Saskamoose is most talked about. You're right, Charles. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I've heard of him too.
Yeah, I just wanted to clear that up with everyone. But, yeah, man. Oh, and then the Leafs Vegas series. So, I'm going to be completely honest. I haven't watched a ton of it. But how are the Habs playing?
Oh, the Habs, I mean, they're... well, Price is still... He's playing unbelievable. Like, he's on another level right now. And what I like, as I said before, is the way they're poised, right? They're not playing like a impatient type game. They're letting Vegas try to come to them, but they're just playing all around as a team, which is amazing to see. It's the same kind of story with the Islanders. They're lunch pail kids that they're going to work, right? And they're not the elite type of team that's, everyone thinks they're going to win the Stanley Cup, but that's kind of what it takes to win a Stanley Cup, what they're doing right now. So it's funny. It's the difference between raw talent and hard work. And that's the example right there. So, Canadians are they're a story right now for sure. They are, but it does break my back to go off and root for a team like that. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. So the Habs are playing good, but it's like you can kind of tell that Vegas is outclassing them a bit. Skill wise.
As they should.
I mean, being honest,
everyone thought this was going to be a 4-game sweep, though. Like a 4-0 sweep for Vegas.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, and my TV's off right now, but I would love to know the score in that game right now. To be honest with you,
I can check.
That will set the tone. For like typically with these two goaltenders, if you're going to score first, you got an advantage, a huge advantage. Because Price is very good at shutting the door, and the way the Habs are playing right now is a very defensive game. So, it's working, and they're all you could feel it. You could feel their vibe, and that's I will admit that's something the Leafs need to learn from. If they can take anything away from this playoff run, look at what the Habs have done as a team all around, and how they've come together and. I as I said before, I believe maturity will kick them in the butt soon, and it's going to be a turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it on the head there. I can't really add much more to that, but the score's 1-0 Vegas right now. So.
Oh, see, well, and that's the thing. They just have guys like Marchessault or Mark Stone. I love Mark Stone. He's just heart and soul type of guy.
Yep.
Shea Theodore on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
You got Pietrangelo on the defense, already a cup winner. That team has just entered the league, and they're already classified as one of the top 5 teams in the league. Let's be real. But yeah, the way Tampa is playing, this could all play out to be a Tampa Vegas final, which I think would be epic. I think both teams deserve to be there. If you look at them on paper, but you never know. We've seen weirder things happen.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Imagine it's like a Habs Islanders final. That'd be so random.
It'd be so retro too, because Montreal. It'd be like back in the day, which would be make for some nice stories, definitely. But if I wouldn't put money on that, right? I just wouldn't do it. And if Montreal can pull it out, then maybe I'll root for them.
Yeah, I mean that's just it.
But probably not.
It's crazy because Vegas. The thing about Vegas is that Vegas has they don't really have a standout superstar. I find they don't really have a generational talent on their team. They just have a bunch of B+ players that all get it done.
And that's incredible, right?
That's just it.
How hard they're all working together. It's what do you take? High-powered skill, or do you take lunch pail guys that all work hard?
Yeah, and they've really done that. And they've got so many people. Chandler Stevenson's having a pretty breakout year this year. So Yeah, so yeah, he's like a second liner for him. He has like 30 something points in 50 games. He's actually done quite well for himself. And there's a bunch of other guys like that on Vegas. So it's really interesting to see, how they've been so successful so quick. And Seattle isn't gonna do that. I'm sorry, they probably won't.
Oh, it might just happen because the NHL will try to protect them as much as possible.
Yeah.
Being a new team, and they want, at the end of the day, this is money, right? This is about money. It's a business. So I think they will protect them to the point where they at least get some great players to make a playoff appearance in their first year. And I think that would be, nothing like the Vegas Knights done, but I think they'll have that type of year will where they're going to make the playoffs in their first year. That's just my take there.
No. That makes a lot of sense. And
it's kind of hard saying that without a team actually being made, but I think if you look at it from the NHL standpoint and a business standpoint, the league would want that to happen, I think.
That's just it. So, but it's going to be interesting to see. Are they going to take chances on guys like Tony DeAngelo, or are they just going to kind of get a bunch of B players and hope it all works out? I don't know.
Well, I mean, if guys that are going to be, I think it's going to be Kerfoot that's headed to Seattle from Toronto.
That'd be a good pickup because Kerfoot, he's still kind of young, and he decent centerman. He has flashes of being this good, this really good player, and then he just kind of is average.
He had a pretty good showing in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, so it's I think someone like him would be a good pickup for sure. And we got Gmas. They're both Hall of Famers, so you'll be pissed because he was a linebacker. He's talking about Chuck Bednarik. Yeah, so Gmas, I'm just being honest. The fact that guy's a linebacker and it's worth more than Sammy Bowe to me is stupid. I get he's he's probably a great linebacker, but I don't. No one cares about linebackers, so that's weird to me that the Sammy Bowe's cheaper than the Chuck Bednarik.
It's a quarterback sport. Quarterback, wide receiver.
Yeah, it's some wide receivers, mainly quarterback. But Jerry Rice, for example, he's the
Randy Moss for me.
Yeah, so those guys are undisputed, the greatest, some of the greatest wide receivers ever. Yeah, that's just it. So, but yeah, I don't understand how a linebacker is worth more than a Sammy Bowe, who's a top 10 quarterback, punter, and is an amazing defensive guy too. I don't get that, but whatever. What do I know? I don't really watch football that much. Yeah, and dude, there's so many cards like that in the hobby that's why is it worth that much? I don't get it sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I'll look around and then why is a Michael Jordan Skybox base card and a PSA 10 I don't know what they're at, but they're $400. I'm there's a gazillion of those things. I don't.
It's all the hype and people pumping those cards, right? And it's the majority of the cards being pumped are basketball cards. And
oh yeah, all of them pretty much.
I don't see very many. I see a lot of guys on YouTube, but the majority of the ones that are pumping their cards, like Sports Card Investor or Sasha T, majority of their cards are basketball cards. So I don't know.
Well, I don't think Sasha T pumps and dumps his cards. He just shows what kind of deals he's doing, and it's kind of people could say I'm doing it too because I'm saying, oh well, guys, the Sammy Bowe rookie's so cheap and blah blah blah. I don't have one though. That's the thing. Anyone could take apart my room. I don't have one, guys, but I wish I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but I like Sasha D. But no, Jeff
I do too. I watch him all the time. But he's marketing his cards though, in a sense, right? There's been several episodes where I'll see him show the same card or flash open, share everybody the same card. So
yeah,
it's part of his thing, right? It's how he's making money right now.
And that's just it. But what I don't like about guys like Jeff Wilson and the Comeback Card Investor, although I will say Comeback Card Investor has 2 good videos. The rest are all him pumping and dumping. But
I like Graded Card Investor. He used to be PSA collector.
He's okay. He's okay. I don't mind.
I like how he explains everything. He's pretty transparent. He was one of the first guys I started watching on YouTube before.
And he's professional.
Yeah, he is, and he's pretty clean. His videos are clean, and I always thought he was good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like that's just it. I find like the guys like Jeff Wilson who make their whole model about that just aren't right, and like I mean, some people could say that like Slab Card Collector is kind of doing the same thing, but if he is, he's doing it in a way that it isn't like Jeff Wilson and Comeback Card. Like he's being very transparent, so that's what I like about him. Those guys aren't. Then we got a GMOs. Chuck Bednarik is an enigma though. He was a Dick Butkus type, sick name, or Ed Sprinkle. They were a class of their own. I get that, GMOs, but show me any other player like Sammy Bowe. They don't exist. No player can do what he did. So, again, I'm saying, I don't doubt Chuck Bednarik was a great linebacker. He probably was a top 3 linebacker. But I'm saying, show me another guy who can be a league-leading punter, quarterback, and defensive man, I forget what it's called, a defensive end or something like that, all in one, like all at the same time. It's never gonna happen again. It just won't.
Oh, well, probably not.
Yeah, that's just like no one's gonna ever break his 4 touchdown, 4 interception record. That's unbreakable. But yeah, and yeah, wow, we're at 56 minutes already. That's kind of crazy, eh?
That flew.
That flew. So like, I'm like sitting here. I'm like, yeah, we're probably like 25 minutes in, 30 minutes in. Nope. We're almost an hour.
It's all good.
Man, that's crazy. But yeah, thank you, GMWAS, for their participation tonight. I mean, this guy's just been like all over the place. But yeah, GMWAS, if you ever want to come on the show, I'd be happy to have you on. That's like crazy how much you always tunes in. Yeah, send me a message if you're on Instagram. GMWAS, here's my Instagram there. So be sure to send me a message if you ever want to be on the show. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so I can keep going if you want. Like we can keep going. I've still got juice left. It's all about, like, do you want to keep going or?
It's up to you. It's your show, my friend.
That's just it. Yeah. I mean, we'll see here. GMOs, George Blanda came close. Check him out too. Thanks, guys. No problem, man. George Blanda. I'll check him out. I didn't see him in the top 100 players list, but I'll have to check George Blanda out. And I also found out that Dan Marino was like the Marcel Dion of the NFL. Like, he was a great quarterback, but he never won anything.
He never won.
That just sucks. Like, dude,
he had his stardom in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, though.
Yeah,
that's where he got his claim to fame.
Yeah, he was a great actor too, actually.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, like stuff like that is like crazy to me. And then you look at what's his name, Joe Namath. Joe Namath wasn't the best quarterback, but dude, the commercials, what is it? He had like a nylon commercial, like for like women's nylons, like he would like wear them on his legs, and it's pretty funny. Check it out if you haven't. I got actually I'm only on. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm only on YouTube. Oh, okay, GMOs. Well, again, find a way to contact me, and we can get something done there. And we got Ricardo. Keep going with the juice for sure, man, for sure. There's gonna be a lot of guys. I know. I keep saying I'm gonna put up more content, but once school's over and like all of that's done, there's gonna be sports card shows, vlogs, vlogs of being a vendor. There's gonna be all that type of stuff. Just for now, I'm pretty busy with school.
Yeah, there'll definitely be more activity coming up in the next couple months for sure, especially on my end. So, looking forward to that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everyone's kind of feeling the burnout right now. So just give it some time, and everything. I feel like once everyone gets out of this kind of like, not like that no one's in like the dump, but everyone's kind of like not as excited anymore. I feel like once people get excited again, YouTube's gonna be it's gonna be like really great. Instagram's gonna be huge. Like Facebook's gonna be back, dude. Facebook's been like horrible.
Just dry.
Like there's not like, dude, like I log on, I'm like a vulture now, because before I had a bunch of other stuff I have to do. Now I'm like a freaking vulture. I'll wait for like an hour waiting for something to get posted. Nothing. It's like, and the stuff that does get posted, guys want like 150% for it. Like, no, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I even tell them, like, I had a couple guys try to haggle me for the Marner, and I'm like, guy, I would rather keep it than sit here and waste 30 minutes of my day haggling with you about my card. You see the price. Did I say or best offer? No, I did not. That's the price. You like it, take it. If you don't, don't. And people need to understand that. Stop harassing people for like every dime. If you want the card, pay the price. Simple.
That's just it.
Stop it. Like, it's so annoying. Like,
yeah.
anyway,
But it's just no. You know, no problem. It's just I don't like guys who post it for like 200%, and then they get mad when people try to like haggle them. It's just like, if you can like base it off of comps, if people are selling for like a comps or like a little above comps, sure, just don't do anything. But I don't like the guys who get on there and like, I've got like a Mike Gartner OPG Premier base, like $20 shipped. Like, no, it's not $20. that's like 20 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah,
but
so
I appreciate everyone trying to save a buck here and there, but yeah, you're not saving a buck on my cards, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just it. But it's guys like me who go around, you know, into like the nitty gritty buying these lots. That's how I do things. But I know people don't do that.
No.
But yeah, so we're at an hour now, so that's pretty crazy. I think we should probably end it off here. I know that you have stuff that you need to do. I need to finish my my English culminating task. But
it's always a pleasure being on, my friend. Always a pleasure being friends.
Well, thank you for coming on. It's always good to have you on, for sure. It's always good energy here. So just to end it off, guys, there's my Instagram, Card Canucks. If you ever want to see more content from me, it's going to be on there and on the YouTube channel, of course. Same with the Facebook group. Going to be posting mail days on there that aren't going to be on the YouTube. You can follow Joe on Instagram at PuckDaddy93 and PD93 cards. He has his merch there. I didn't know he actually had merch. It's actually pretty cool.
I'm just a man of mystery, my friend.
International man of mystery.
I'm a spy for sure.
You can subscribe to Joe's YouTube channel, PuckDaddy93. Post content very similar to this. Please check it out. 100 subscriber giveaway. Austin Matthews, Colors of Contours, KSA85. Be sure to make your subscriptions public so I can see who subscribes. I'm gonna put you guys in a big random list and I'm gonna live stream it. Once we hit 100 subscribers. But thank you guys for watching, and everyone just have a good day, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.